discussing the issue of the lack of racial diversity in STEM, specifically in the workforce. There are many issues surrounding diversity as a whole in STEM, but today we'll be focusing on racial diversity and how that is perpetuated throughout college. So, what is the issue? Minorities have always been underrepresented in the STEM workforce. The NSF provided a goal to have the amount minority races represent in the world to be mirrored in STEM, yet we are considerably far away from reaching that goal currently. In 2015, only 33% of workers employed in STEM jobs were of a minority race, showing the disparity that exists in this microcosm. In addition to this, while all races enter STEM majors at a roughly equal rate, minority students leave at twice the rate of white students, with 40% of Black STEM students and 37% of Latino STEM students switching majors from STEM before ever earning a degree. These concerning statistics begin to show a pathway to explain why we do not have a representative presence of minorities in STEM, but it begs the question, why exactly are these students leaving these majors at such a rapid pace? Why are we seeing this occur? Former chemical engineering major Deanna Krauser said on leaving STEM, "I spent too much time in my head feeling like I didn't belong or wasn't smart enough that I couldn't concentrate on my work." The problem of the lack of racial diversity in STEM is deep-rooted, and we believe that to help solve it, we need to address the issue at the root. These minority students are feeling excluded and discouraged by the lack of representation they see, and it's causing them to leave their majors altogether. According to Fagari and Spear, students are drawn to majors that look like them and find comfort in familiarity. This suggests that the issue of minorities leaving STEM is, quote, more about fleeing the culture and makeup of STEM than it is about fleeing science, unquote, which is what we will try to address with our intervention. According to a study conducted by Kevin D. Finson, if students see people similar to them in a career, then they are more likely to pursue an educational program in that field, further supporting that the reason for this crisis is about the makeup of STEM. This all culminates to the fact that these minorities are not seeing representation of themselves in STEM, leaving them feeling isolated and discouraged and causing them to switch majors. But why is this important? In short, diversity in STEM is paramount to the continuation of innovation and success. To expand, first, a study conducted by the University of Michigan found that diverse problem solvers outperformed groups of similar problem solvers. This is so because allowing diversity provides room for unique problem-solving skills and thought processes. In addition to the uniquity, diversity can also lead to higher quality science, which is crucial for development in STEM. Aside from the benefits of diversity, STEM fields must become more diverse in order to keep up with the growing need for these employees and to continue to be a globally and economically competitive genre. The need for STEM employees continues to increase, but minorities are not equally represented in the force. This is an issue because by 2044, the U.S. will become a majority-minority country, and if the STEM workforce does not reflect the percent of racist population in the world, we will face a shortage of workers which will greatly affect our economy. Similarly, diversity in STEM is crucial because it helps lead to specialized discoveries. When there is minority representation in a field, those people are more likely to work to address issues that are directly affecting their community, which can lead to discoveries and research that was not previously being discussed. We discuss what the issue is, why it exists, and why it is important, but now, how do we fix it? Our proposed intervention is university-sponsored STEM minority support and mentorship groups. These would resemble a club, but be fully funded by the university. To advertise the groups and ensure participation, universities would email every minority that joins a STEM major and make them aware of the group, its meeting times and places, and ask for RSVP. Professors of individual STEM classes would also advertise the opportunity to their students. These groups would be led by a minority faculty member, and upperclassmen STEM majors would help mentor younger ones. The group would also work to connect students with local successful minority STEM graduates working in the field. The group's main purpose is to show these minority students that they are not alone and that people like them can succeed in STEM, so the groups can serve as many different things. They can be used as study groups, safe places to talk, mentorship opportunities, and many more. They will meet once a week to ensure the students are receiving adequate support and staying connected. As we uncovered in the beginning of our presentation, these students need to feel included and no longer isolated or discouraged due to the fact that they do not see people who look like them in their field. This is our major basis for our intervention. How do we connect and show these minority students that they are not alone? Associate Director of Minority Engineering at Purdue, Daryl Dickerson, notes that, quote, because there's no shortage of minority students enrolling in STEM programs, colleges and universities should focus less on recruitment and more on retention efforts, unquote. Students are interested in STEM, they are just not staying for obstacles they face during it, and our intervention aims to ease that pressure. Evidence widely supports our intervention choice. The University of Maryland, Baltimore County implemented a program for their minority STEM students that not only connected them with each other, but with a local mentor that helped them with the social and academic aspects of STEM. And as a result, UMBC has now sent more Black undergraduate students to MD or PhD programs than any other university in the country. So, in conclusion, these groups our intervention proposes will provide minority STEM students with a sense of belonging that they did not previously have, and allow them to build relationships with other students similar to them, as well as successful mentors in their fields. As a result of this, it will combat the feelings of exclusion and isolation that previously led many of these students to switch majors. With more minority students electing to stay in their STEM major and pursue it, we will have a larger applicant pool of minorities for the STEM workforce, which will hopefully result in more minorities being hired in STEM positions, increasing the diversity. We want to thank you all so much for listening, and please have a nice day.